really cute.
You look, you look so darn cute. Yeah. What are you doing after the show? I know what you're doing.
I think I'll go out with you if you'll have me.
Why not? I'll have to get dressed, of course.
Why, you never do.
Well, I didn't have time to. I was going to put on something spiffy, and I didn't have time.
The other night when we went to La Valerie with my sister and Bill, I'm not kidding, you looked so great. I was turned on.
Wow.
I know, it was really great.
Wow.
Your hair looked great.
Thank you.
Everything looked great.
Well, I was sheared. I didn't have a haircut. I was sheared.
Well, it looked great.
I mean, there was so much hair on the floor after it was over, I thought.
Could you believe how long your hair had grown? Aren't you all interested in this? Could you believe how long your hair had grown?
It was like the 60s.
Kinda.
I could have done a ponytail.
Kinda. When we were dating in the 60s, you probably experienced this out there, he had a ponytail. Did any of your mates have ponytails? And it looked good on him. And you wore bell-bottom pants, and you wore alpaca sweaters with the sleeves pushed up and kind of blousy.
And a real alpaca sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good look.
I remember the ponytail when we were on vacation. We were in Saint-Tropez, and I woke up in the middle of the night because it was middle of the afternoon in LA. I went into the bathroom to get a drink. I flipped on the light, and I had unleashed my ponytail while I was sleeping. So suddenly there was this floor mop of hair, and I found your little makeup scissors. Those were the days when you could carry scissors on a plane. Remember the good old days? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took your little makeup scissors and I sheared myself. And actually I cut my hair for about 20 years after that.
It looked good.
I like doing it.
I like the way you look, so you always look good to me.
Well, thank you. By the way, anyone who just joined us who have no idea who these two people are, who are just nattering away, they don't know. Well, I know who one person is. It's Suzanne Summers.
And I'm with Alan Hamill. We were talking the other day how often Alan Hamill was a mention or a riff with Johnny Carson in his monologues. And I have to think that is really flattering.
Very flattering.
Yeah.
And funny.
And very funny. And he had that great tagline because whenever he told a joke, he'd go tell a friend.
Right. Yeah, I was flattered.
Yeah.
I liked John.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Cool guy.
Yep. He was.
Yep.
Well, tonight we're having nail polish.
There they are.
It's,
actually, I think we have more colors than this.
Oh, we do.
And I think there are 9 or 10 with us today.
But these are great. This is wisteria. It's kind of a lavendery color. It would look good on violet. This is raspberry cream. This is poppy, coral poppy. This is peony. This is melon. This is pool. I love this one on you. Alan wouldn't have a manicure today, and I wish he did, but I like pool on you, because you know why?
Why?
You have 10 feet.
Oh. Yeah, your sister said that guys who don't wear socks have 10 feet and they're rich. Yeah.
Oh, she knows. This is cool mint. This is camellia. Wonder who we named that after. And then this one is jacaranda, which always looks like jacaranda.
I had jacaranda a few months ago.
Yeah.
I liked it.
There's a street in Beverly Hills off of Burton Way, and it is packed with jacaranda trees, and it's when they're in full bloom, it's so beautiful, isn't it, Alan?
It's great. You know what else is there?
Yeah, I don't.
The corner of Hamill and Clark.
Oh, that's right. Tell them why it's significant.
Well, Dick Clark and I were very close in the 70s. We actually shared a place in New York, and we worked 4 days a week, and we were partners in that.
You were business partners.
Yeah, and there was the corner of Hamill.
Did you two arrange this?
No,
It just happened to
it
be
was just
Hamill
there.
and Clark?
Yeah,
Is it still there?
I sure hope so.
Let's photograph it one day.
Okay.
All right. And so,
Well,
the
since-
reason I read those beautiful colors to you, well, I didn't read them to you. I actually knew them. I think you should be impressed. Well, are you coming over here, Alan?
Well, I was coming over to clink glasses with you.
Okay.
This is the beginning of the weekend.
All right.
Okay. And,
What are we going to do this weekend?
Well, we'll do whatever you want to do. Okay. I'm okay with whatever you want to do. We'll do.
Great.
And if we don't want to do anything, we'll do that too.
Look how cool he is. Come here, Al.
Okay.
All right.
So here it is.
Yep.
Have a nice weekend. A really wonderful weekend.
But the show's just starting.
You know, I drink Casa Dragones out of a, what do they call, a flute. This is a flute. And
I think they actually don't pronounce the T. I think it's flu.
a flute?
Flu.
I don't think so.
I could be wrong.
Do you want to bet?
No.
Yeah, why don't we bet?
No.
We haven't bet for a long time.
Well, we were going to bet that last bet, but I don't remember what it was. Do
No,
you?
no.
So next time it comes up, help us remember.
Okay, well, let's bet.
I don't want to,
Why not?
because I don't even remember what we would be betting about.
We're betting that, I say this is called
Oh,
a
flute. Yep.
and you say it's called a flue. A flue is what you open when you're burning wood in your fireplace. Otherwise, the room gets all smoky.
Well, look on your phone and ask your girlfriend, Siri, when you're drinking champagne out of a champagne, is it a flute or a flute?
Okay.
Well, in English it's flute, but do you want me to look it up in French?
Yeah,
In French?
yeah.
I think that was what the bet that you don't want to bet on is about. Hold on.
We're not speaking French here, okay? We're speaking English.
Oh, so you were betting in English. In English, it's don't bet, Suzanne. You pronounce the T in English, but in French, let's see.
It's float. Float. Hello? Float. My name is Alan Float.
Have you found it?
You know what's interesting? Whenever we've
What
been to
is it?
France, people understand me there who don't speak English. If I speak English with a French accent, it's true. It's amazing. I learned that at
Suzanne,
Berlitz.
it's flute.
Flute.
So I was wrong.
Flute. You have to make your lips go, ooh, flute. Flute. I like that. Flute. You like flute?
Yeah, it has that little caret over the U
Yeah. All right.
in French.
I've learned never to bet with Alan Hamill. He doesn't bet unless he knows for sure in French.
Well, no.
And you've caught me too many times, and last time I thought, I'm not doing it.
No, but you bet because of your enthusiasm about something. If you're enthusiastic,
Or
you
to
bet.
give you a laugh.
Oh yeah, right.
To give you a laugh.
That's true.
All right, I want to tell them what's
Okay,
not
okay.
in this nail polish. You know, all those years I was getting manicures, I never thought about the damage that was happening from everyday conventional nail polish. These beautiful colors, and then go online and there are more.
Actually, online the colors are more accurate.
Yeah, this is hard to see, but it's all I wear. It's all I wear. There's no formaldehyde. You know, when you embalm a body, what do you embalm it with? Formaldehyde. That's in the other nail polish, not ours. There's no toluene. There's no dibutyl phthalate. That's, phthalates.
These are all toxins.
Well, and known carcinogens. No formaldehyde resin. Who knew they were going to put that in? No camphor, no triphenyl phosphate, a known carcinogen. No xylene, no ethyl tosylamide. epoxy resin. I'm not saying that well. No parabens, you know those are bad, and no gluten. So you won't get indigestion from wearing my nail polish, Alan.
So I have a little comment here from Shannon Pugh Mills, who lives in Ohio.
Okay.
And she had an exciting moment today, and here it is. She says, I saw an Ontario license plate on a truck today in Little, Ohio. Okay? That's like you dance in the street when that happens.
Really?
Okay, well, I guess.
Because that's where you're from.
I'm from Ontario. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry about what's gone on in Ohio, Shannon. That shouldn't happen to anybody. I hope they get it cleaned up. So anyway, that's what's not in our nail polish. And I'm glad you had that moment, Shannon. Now, you've tried Younger Hands, haven't you? It's got that biocontrolled lipofilling. It's like plumps things up. It's got Abyssinian seed oil. We've used that in quite a few things. And it's got cress sprout extract. You don't have any of that at home, do you? And Madonna lily, which helps brighten the appearance of the skin. These are great products, really great. And then the next thing is Heel Restore. So if you get one of these things, we should name it Caroline. So we've got this pumice stone on the bottom, and we've got you can clean your fingernails with it. Do you have a fingernail brush? I use mine all the time, always to clean out. And so you go over your heels, especially like here, I'm outside all the time, walking in kind of, in fact, outside feels like that. And so then you use that on your feet. Use it every night. And then put Heel Restore.
So Terry Quinn wants to know, Suzanne, where did you get that beautiful hat? And the answer is?
My honey, Alan Hamill. He loves me in hats. He's always buying me hats. Isn't that sweet?
I don't know why. It tops you off.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
And it's a little sort of cocked to one side, and that gives you like attitude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a good attitude.
I got a new attitude.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we did that?
Yeah, with the sisters.
The Pointer Sisters.
Pointer Sisters.
Yeah.
That was
God,
great.
that was fun doing that show.
Yeah.
We were on the USS Ranger with 6,000 sailors, and we had, Susan Anton and Dudley Moore were guests. Pointer Sisters, boy, did I love them. They were fun, laughing all the time. Marie Osmond, who I love to perform with Marie Osmond. In fact, I think it was last year we went to the Donnie and Marie show so that we could work out a schedule so that I could work with Marie, but then she decided she wanted to go off on her own, and why didn't I do it with Donnie?
I don't know. I think Donnie kind of backed away from performing.
Am I too much for them? Donnie and Marie and I get along so great.
Yeah.
We're all kind of small town people who embrace the big time. Okay, your heels. Do you have flaky, crevice-filled heels? Then you want to put this on every night. And if they're really bad, put it all over your heels and then put a pair of socks on. I know it's not sexy, but it's really good for you. And then, you don't want to have stinky feet, do you? No. And your boots, now this time of the year where you wear boots and no socks and you sweat in your boots a lot. So if you sweat in your boots, refreshing foot mist, or you can put it all over your feet before you go to sleep. This is a great assortment. And why not? You can also get 2 perfectly new nail files. I don't know about you, but when I go in a drawer and I have a new nail file, it's like, oh. The color I have on is a gold. It's gold with the rose gold. I'm touting short nails today because my nails are just awful, and I like having short nails. It's a dumb thing. Anyway, that's what we got.
Okay.
I could tell you again about.
Alan, do you want to tell them the promo code?
The promo code is Bloom25. Bloom 25. Because it's super spring bloom right now.
Yeah.
At least in the desert. It's amazing. The desert just kind of lays there and it's sort of brown and gray in the wintertime, and then all of a sudden in spring, I think all the grasses, all the trees, all the plants, everything, they all talk to each other. I think they get together and they say, okay, next week on Tuesday, and next week on Tuesday, suddenly all the blossoms are there, the flowers are there, and the whole hillside is covered in yellow. With
so
daisy.
beautiful.
I mean, it's amazing.
And Alan has a special connection to plants, trees, leaves, and animals. He can get animals to do anything. He gets our cat, Gloria, to understand him. She obeys his commands. Cats don't do that.
She understands English.
She does. You're English.
Yeah.
But she actually is kind of coming out for me now, too, a little bit.
Yeah, I think she's getting a little bored with me. Yeah, I mean, last night I sort of moved sideways in bed and I accidentally hit her in the head with my elbow. I didn't know she was sleeping next to my head.
I hit her with my feet. She was like...
Oh, you don't want to get hit with those feet. And those finger toes. Prehensile.
Can you see my shoes right now?
No.
Well, then I'm
Oh,
gonna
there
take-
we go. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. I wanted you to see that they match my sweater and my hat.
yeah. And also your underwear. Yeah, I chose your underwear today.
You did not.
Yeah, I chose your underwear.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's cherry pink.
Anyway, Gloria, you feel, any of you have cats? This is what you feel when you're in bed. And they stop for a while to see if it's okay, and then they move in, and then they find a curve in your body, and then they slide in and move right up next to you.
And then the motor starts, the purring motor.
Right. Right. She gets so happy.
Yeah.
Live a nice life.
You know, you pray that when the cat gets into bed, I shouldn't call her the cat, she'd be upset with that. When Gloria gets into bed with us, that she hasn't just come from her poopy box, okay? The only way we know for sure is in the middle of the night. That's when she does her thing in the poopy box, and then she starts yowling.
Is that what the yowling's about? I thought she was in heat or something.
I don't think
She
she knows what
yowled
that
all
is.
the night before.
Yeah, she doesn't know what heat is.
Oh, she doesn't?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
she needs gentle colon renew.
That stuff is so great. That stuff is so great.
Yeah, Gentle Colon Renew, one of our products. You know, we used to take a bottle of wine when we'd go to a dinner party at a friend's house. Now we bring Gentle Colon Renew.
They're happy.
Yeah.
I
they
have
are
to
happy.
take these off.
Yeah. Look at them shoes. Okay. I could drink champagne out of those shoes.
Would you?
I could.
Can you pull this shoe off?
Sure.
I can't reach that far.
Okay.
We had the nicest evening last night. We went out with Steve and Candace Garvey. Steve is so nice, and she's so fun and funny. And is that a good picture? You like this?
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
We should be selling shoes like this,
yeah,
you know? We used to sell, we had a great shoe business.
we've had so many great businesses.
Yeah.
I think I'm partial to this one first now, but I had a real hard time letting go of the clothing line. I still wear pieces from my clothing line all the time. I wore, in fact, last night for dinner, I wore, maybe some of you have it, the black double lapel jacket that comes in at the waist and kind of a peplum. I'll tell you, put that jacket on and you're dressed up. So, but now that we have the organic line, I'm so proud of it because you're doing something good for your skin and your body and protecting your health by using products that have no chemicals. No chemicals. So,
You know, I think a lot of people don't understand how important that is because, you know, when they go to a grocery store and they're looking for apples and they see 2 bins of apples, one beside the other. One bin says organic apples, and they're a little more expensive than the conventionally grown. And when you hear the word conventionally grown, I say, man, they're conventionally grown. It must be okay. And our government wouldn't do anything that would hurt us, would they? So let's get to conventionally grown apples. Well, the conventionally grown apples could have been sprayed with who knows what.
yeah.
Who knows? You know, we use chemicals in this country that have been banned in 50 other countries.
I know.
You know,
I wrote about that in one of my books.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think
As we're cleaning out the boxes from hell, we're still unpacking. It takes longer to unpack than to pack. I'm pulling out books that I've written. I forget. I look at them and I go, wow, I wrote a lot of books.
so. There's someone who she just passed. Oh yeah, this is from Smiler Rose. What does Suzanne think about colonics?
Interesting.
There's a leading question.
That's an interesting question. You know, I read on the internet that, can I say that about Elvis?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Because you can't believe anything on the
Yeah,
internet.
that's true. That's true. But constipation is such a problem. And one of the reasons we came up with Gut Renew is that Gut Renew doesn't aid constipation. I'll get to colonics in a minute. But
It helps you move.
it helps you move. But you know, today I'm just thinking, somebody hacking me? Because I looked into colonics. Like, is there any down here? And wonder if somebody is reading my stuff. I was just curious about it. So the reason I was looking into it, because you gotta clean out. You know, my good friend Nick Gonzalez, who was a cancer doctor, he believes 100% in detoxification, and he did it through coffee enemas. And people like to make fun of him, but he had such a success rate with cancer and pancreatic enzymes. And recently I bought a book that I read. It's called Cancer, A Second Thought, I think it is. I'll tell you tomorrow when I give you the right title. But this doctor was talking about detoxification and pancreatic enzymes. Pancreatic enzymes are usually porcine from pork. And they're the closest enzyme to ours, and they are like little Pac-Men. So if you've got debris or toxins or whatever disease you want to get rid of, what Nick believed, and I wrote about it in at least 3 of my books, that he would detox the body and then have that person take pancreatic enzymes every day. And he said that the detoxing puts all the junky stuff out into your bloodstream, and that the enzymes are like Pac-Man, and they eat debris and toxins and cancerous debris, and so they go in there and they just eat up the bad stuff, and then you...
And then you've got to suck it out with your...
Yeah, with the coffee enema.
Coffee enema or a colonic.
Right.
You know, when Violet had her major detox, when she had Lyme disease and all of her gut issues, she was doing really heavy detox, and it was always in conjunction with colonics, because you have to have a way to get it out of the body.
Yeah.
Detox. So.
Yeah. Can't let that stuff sit around. So if you're thinking about a colonic, what I think that they're very useful. And we're eating poor quality food as a general rule in this country. And so we probably have a lot of poor quality food and debris left in our body. And when we saw the response to Gut Renew, everyone that was writing about it was talking about constipation, bloating, gas, etc. So, what?
No, I was going to say, you know, Steve Allen has written 5,000 published songs. I wonder if he wrote one about constipation. I would think he would have.
He would have, because he had such great humor. He could see humor in anything.
So Allison Choi wants to know, where did we meet?
Oh?
Yeah, so I picked Suzanne up at a bus stop, and she didn't have any money to take a bus. I gave her a lift to my hotel. No, we met in a studio, and I was hosting.
Can I tell it?
Sure.
I was hired as a prize model on the anniversary game at ABC TV in San Francisco, KGO.
This was 9 years before Three's Company.
Right. And I walked in not knowing anything about this show or anything.
You'd never been in a TV studio?
No, I'd never been in a TV studio. And there was Alan Hamill. And he was like Johnny Carson in that men liked him as much as the women liked him. And he was kind of holding court. And then you tell the rest.
Well,
I was gaga.
so I had the show staff around me filling me in as to what we're going to do that day. We were actually shooting the first episode that became a series. And I suddenly looked over and I saw this incredible woman standing on the other side of the stage by herself. And I thought, I have to go over there. And I couldn't hear what the staff was saying anyway. It all sounded like blah, blah, blah. And so I started walking over there. And I've never been good with come-on lines. I've never been one of those slick guys. It doesn't work for me. So I thought, what am I going to say to her? So I had a line. When I got over there, I said, would you mind getting me a cup of coffee? Yeah, today I'd be in prison. So that was the beginning.
I was happy to do it,
I know.
but I had no money. I mean,
well, you scraped together 25 cents to...
Because people told me the coffee machine was on the 6th floor or something. And I looked in my purse and I had no money. And so I don't even know where I found the 25 cents, but I got him my last quarter. I bought him his coffee. And when I got there, he said, oh, I already got some.
Well, I didn't ask for it. They gave it to me.
Oh, I know.
I much preferred your coffee. And then, because she'd never been in a TV studio and the director didn't tell her, when you're opening the refrigerator door, which is the prize, look at the camera with the lights. No one told her that. So she didn't look at the camera with the lights, and she got fired the first day.
It'd be like, if you're the refrigerator, I'd be going...
However,
yes.
I then then I thought, I have to get in touch with this woman. And I actually had to threaten someone to get fired
You did?
before I got your number. And I called your number, and little Brucey answered the phone. And I said, is your mom home? And he said, yeah. And he put the phone down. And for the next 15 minutes, I listened to Brucey and you talking, and the TV was on.
Because kids are literal. You know, what are you doing? Talking on the
Is
phone?
your mom home? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's home. And we started talking, and then our first date. And I was living in a Japanese hotel with tatami mats on the floor, no bed, sliding shoji screens, and sort of Japanese music playing. Not terribly romantic, but it was a Japanese suite. And Madame here knocked on the door, and she was spectacular looking. And I said, it's a Japanese suite, so you have to take your shoes off. And she immediately said, and what else do I have to take off?
See, I have humor.
Yep. Anyway, it was a wonderful night.
Yep.
And we've been stuck together ever since. That was in 1968. 68.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who were born in 84, okay, are listening to 68.
That
God.
story, by the way, is in our book, Two's Company,
Yeah.
which we had a lot of fun writing, didn't
Yeah,
we?
it's a great book.
Yeah.
Really
yeah.
great book.
It's very
Well-
honest.
Well, I think we've rounded the horn here.
It has?
Yeah, and so
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick announcement before you go, because you were talking about Gut Renew. We are temporarily out of stock of the chocolate Gut Renew in the regular size bag. We
Wow.
do have the value size bag, and we have another shipment that's coming in soon. So if you are like, oh shoot, I can't be out of my chocolate Gut Renew, I'm letting you know now to get the value size chocolate, because that is the end of our supply until we get a short run that'll be coming in a couple of weeks. So just letting you guys know, chocolate Gut
So, you
Renew.
know,
But
what-
isn't
yeah.
that a
Value
nice?
size.
Isn't that a nice message? It's so popular that we're running out.
Yeah.
Wow!
I'd say,
Wow! Thank
the,
you
get,
all
yeah,
very
get,
much.
Get the value bag. It's a much better deal. And if you're
It is
taking
a better
every,
deal. And if you get on subscription, you can get it for $89.99. So that's $3 a serving.
wow,
And you can cancel it whenever you want. And a tip for those of you in Canada, because of the shipping, if you want to get that price, the $89.99, you can get 2 bags or 3 bags and have it shipped to you every 90 days. And then you only have to pay the shipping fee once.
Great.
So I've
Wow.
been telling people on direct message that in Canada, where they're like, I don't want to, I want to get the better price, but I don't want to pay the shipping. So you can get 2 or 3 months at a time, and then it only, you can get the frequency every 2 or 3 months, which we have a lot of options for.
I just love the statement that people like it so much. We're running out. We're running out. So
Well, it's
wonderful.
interesting because we talk a lot about constipation with gut health, but we have so many customers who have the opposite problem. I can't say IBS because that's actually a medical condition, but for people who have the issue on the other end where it's the same issue. You don't
Yeah.
have enough digestive enzymes, you don't have the correct balance of prebiotics and probiotics. So getting that gut microbiome balance, which is what Suzanne has taught us how to do with her supplements and her books, and now with Gut Renew, we're having so many people on both sides just say that it's supporting gut health. Really, I mean, that's what it does, is support gut health.
so it's $3 a serving. There's a little organic restaurant in our neighborhood, and they have the Suzanne Summers smoothie. It's not Gut Renew. It's a smoothie that Suzanne created probably 25 years ago. They charge $12
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
When we go, they
and we
charge
bring
us
them
$12.
the organic
Right.
plants.
Oh, that's right. Our kale is like, you plant one kale and suddenly it takes over your garden. It's amazing. So we go in there with an armful of kale every year, free. You
I
think
can't
they'd
wait
give
to
us-
show you all our garden. I'm going to wait for it to be a little more voluptuous.
Yeah.
But we've got, I don't know, how many plants do you think are there right now?
Well, we have 17 fruit and nut trees, and then in terms of plants, we've probably got 60, maybe more.
Feels like more, but anyway, it's starting to,
Yeah.
grow, and it thrills me. Imagine, and this is a big part of it, walking out the back kitchen door and cutting dinner. It's really exciting.
And that's
That
now.
is exciting.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm going to do a quick after show today to answer any of your questions. So
Who are you with
if there's
today?
anything, I'm with me, myself, and I.
Oh, okay. You're
I'm
wonderful at
with
it.
all my nail polish friends.
Okay.
Did you see Violet?
No,
do
we
the
were
Thigh
going
Master
out.
show? You have to watch that. She was funny.
With the Thigh Master?
Yes.
That's
she's
funny. Okay, I'll go back and look.
Okay, I love you guys.
I love you too.
You guys, Suzanne and Alan are back Monday at 4 p.m.
We'll be there. Good night, everybody. And you know, it's not who you are. It's not what you do. It's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you. Bye-bye.